So the first way we can do this question is by approximating what p is. We know that 12 to the power 1 is 12 and 12 squared is 144. So this p has to be between 1 and 2 because it's really asking for what power of 12 would give you 81. So what we can do is to see if 12 times square root of 12, which is really 12 to the 1.5, how close does that get to 81? So we just take the square root of 12 and then multiply it by 12. So that gives you 41. So we just need to be higher. So maybe I'm going to guess 1.8 because we can't do anything more than that in the calculator that CAT gives you. So we'll say p is 1.8 and then we'll just plug that in here. So that's 2.2 over 5.8, and then we compute this. Times 3 divided by 5.8, and I get around 1.14. So you'll see from this, that one is out because this is 3. That one is 4, so that's way off. So it's really between log 6.8 and log 6.16. So we know 6 to the power 1 is 6, 6 squared is 36, so this is going to be pretty close to 1. So that seems like a good candidate. Now, 6 to the 6 times square root of 6, which is really 6 to the 1.5, I can compute that using the calculator that we have on the CAT by just taking the square root of 6. That comes out to 14.7. That's close to that. That means this value is pretty close to 1.5, and that's quite far from our estimate. So we know the answer has to be B. So this is one approach. I did this afterwards. I went directly into simplifying this, and the first clue was to change this to base 3 because I see 81, which is really 3 to the power of 4. So we're going to change this to base 3. So 381 log 312. So that becomes 4 over log 312. And we can plug that in here and see what it simplifies to. 4 plus 4 log 312. Now you'll notice if I factor out a 4 here and a 4 here, that would drop. So we'll just be left with 1 minus log 312 over 1 plus 1 over log 312. And if we add these up, the denominator would drop out. So we are here. Next, I'm going to split that 12 into 3 times 2 squared, and then write this as log 3 plus 2 log of 2, and that 2 here comes from that exponent. And log 3 of 3 is 1, so when I subtract that, the numerator becomes 2 log of 2 base 3. And then similarly, the denominator becomes 2 plus 2 log 3, 2. So that's, and if I factor out a 2, that again, this 2 drops out. So yeah, I mean, it's quite messy. I mean, and I think I was just trying different ways. And now I can write this as log 3. So I know that I have bases of 6, 4, and 2s. So somewhere I have to turn that, I mean, I'll attempt to turn it into 6 at some point. So that becomes the denominator. I just multiplied this 3 and 2, so this is log 3/6. Now I'm going to convert this to log base 6, actually, or should I do log, yeah, let me try that, log 6/6 over log 6/3. So that's just 1. So this becomes log 3/2 log 6/3. And then I'll convert that into log 6 as well, see what happens. Maybe I'm complicating it here, but log 6, log 6 2, log 6 3. And that drops out. Now 3 can go into the power here. And that's how we end up with log 6 8, which is indeed the correct answer. So you'll see that in my work, I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty in terms of where I should go, a lot of open-ended, and that's what makes this question difficult. I think the next time I would attempt this, I'll probably take different paths. And my first clue was really what I mentioned, that this was power of 3. So I knew I had to play with 3, and the 3 shows up here as well. And then eventually it led us to base 6. So, I mean, that's what makes it a difficult problem, because there's no set method. Perhaps there's even a more efficient way of kind of maybe rewriting that. But those are all after the fact, and sometimes that's not the reality of the exam. So try manipulating in different ways. It will at least help you with other log questions as well. So I think it's a good practice for that. So to summarize, the answer is B.